Very good evening and welcome to you from the Wyatt Home Stadium, home to Wimborne Town in Dorset for the Premier League Cup, the final Group I game for AFC Bournemouth's under-21 squad as they take on Derby County, the penultimate game of their campaign in the group stages. AFC Bournemouth looking for their second win of this Premier League Cup, their only other victory coming at home against Chelsea, winning away at Derby rather, when they won 3-2 back in September. So it should be an interesting game this evening between these two under-21 teams as well. And looking at the two sides, manager Alan Connell with the home side goes for a 4-4-2 start-up. It'll be Cal McKenna in goal, a back four of Ryan Carroll on the right, captain Charlie Osborne on the left-hand side, in the middle Alfie Merritt and Harold William. Across the midfield, a four from right to left of Kobe Muto, Malcolm Da Costa Gonzalez and Carlos Gregory, as well as Ashley Clark wide out on the left. Up front it'll be Kian Tiedemann and Michael Da Costa Gonzalez. First time ever that Michael and Malcolm Da Costa Gonzalez have started the same game together. Michael just back from 6 weeks out with an injury. For the visitors from Derby County, they'll go with a 3-4-3 formation of Harry Evans in goal, and manager Jake Buxton goes with the back three of Darren Robinson, Dan Cox the captain in the middle, Rio Canaville making up the third at the back for them, Riley Maloney, Kay Robinson, Alex Stepianawumne and Jack Perry across the middle. Up front it's Lennon Wilden as the out-and-out striker, Jerome Richards to his left and Demian Augustien to the right-hand side. So the boys just out from the dressing room now and making their way out onto the pitch, and delighted to say that I've got one of the AFC Bournemouth players with me in Lewis Brown, just gone on loan to Salisbury City, haven't you?
Yes, good evening. Thank you very much for having me.
You've just been in the dressing room and listened to the team talk. How was that getting the boys ready for coming out here?
It's quite hard considering we're out the group already, but the boys know that we can beat this team, and that we did the first opening game of this group, and hopefully they can do that again tonight. Yeah,
as you rightly say, this final Group I game for AFC Bournemouth, unfortunately there's no chance of progression for the home side. They won't be able to make it through. Chelsea in top spot at the moment, Brentford second, and as I say, this is the penultimate game for Derby County's under-21 side, who sit 3 points ahead of AFC Bournemouth. But as Lewis rightly says, they did win that opening game of the group 3-2 against Derby County up there in the East Midlands back in September at the start of the campaign. The two Da Costa Gonzalez brothers starting a game together for the first time tonight, Lewis.
Yes, and it's Michael's first start for 6 to 8 months, I think it is, because he's been out with an injury, and I'm delighted to see him back on the pitch, to see him play freely, run at the fullbacks and see what he's good, and it's good to play with your brother, to be fair.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be fascinating to watch those two and the dynamic, and yeah, as Lewis says, just over 6 months out for Michael Da Costa Gonzalez, playing for pride. It's always easier, I guess, when there's something on the line, but as a football player, motivating yourself, trying to play for pride, trying to get something out of the game, how do you adjust the mindset for a game in that sense, Lewis?
Yeah, sometimes these games can be very difficult, lack of energy, let's say, lack of motivation, but the boys have got to prove themselves that they want to keep their place in the side for next week's game in the league and to carry on for every league game that's to come.
Absolutely, plenty of games coming thick and fast. Next home game coming next Tuesday lunchtime at home against Swansea City. Our referee just sorting out the formalities in the middle with the two captains, Dan Cox from Derby County and Charlie Osborne from AFC Bournemouth. Our referee this evening, Elliot Swallow, Stuart Kane and Kevin Morris. His two assistants and Sean Farrer will be the fourth official this evening. Just waiting then for the final checks from the match official. Bournemouth team just in a team huddle in the middle of the park as we wait to get things underway here at the Wyatt Home Stadium. Referee just ensuring that all the players are happy and content. Same with his assistants. And Bournemouth in their home strip of red and black stripes. Visitors from Derby County in the yellow shirts. As we get underway, a long ball immediately downfield from Derby, cleared away by Alfie Merritt. Down the line, takes a knockout from Derby player on the far side, and it will be a throw-in for the Cherries. Quickly taken in by Charlie Osborne, back for Alfie Merritt here. And they'll come back for Cal McKenna. Spreads it out right for Ryan Carroll. Down the line, looking towards Kobimoto. Picked up now by Michael Da Costa Gonzalez, charging through, makes his way past 2 or 3 challenges towards the edge of the area, brought down right on the edge of the 18-yard box, and well, this is an interesting, good position to have a free kick now.
Yes, and already we can see what Mike can do, dribbling at players, beating players 1v1, and hopefully he's got a good opportunity here now.
Strength and pace, 2 words that immediately come to mind when you watch Michael in action.
Yes.
Going to be a free kick then, just on the edge of the area. Kobimoto standing over it alongside Cian Tideman. Moto, left-footed, takes a deflection and just spins past the upright there. That was a wicked deflection, left the keeper absolutely stranded there on that occasion. Not a lot he could have done about that if that snuck the other side of the post.
No, he couldn't. It was unlucky from Michael, to be fair.
So first corner kick of the game for the Cherries. It's going to come in from Kobimoto. Tideman just going short. Did come to Tideman, flicked in. Keeper goes down under the challenge there, and well, referee says unfairly and has given the free kick in favour of Derby County, and they can alleviate a little bit of that early pressure from the Cherries.
That looked like a slip from the keeper, to be fair. I don't think that was a foul. But no, we've started very brightly here.
Playing with that high press as well, trying to put pressure on that Derby defence. Carroll with the header, comes into the middle of the park, back from Carroll again, nudges it forwards, looking towards Moto and Tideman there, hooked away by the Derby defence. Carroll gets it back for Harold William, and a slight miscommunication there with Alfie Merritt. He felt he was being held. Referee agreed with him that Demian Augustian had held back Alfie Merritt there, and it's a free kick in favour of Bournemouth, which is something of a relief because that looked like it could have been quite a dangerous situation otherwise.
Yeah, so that was a very weird, strange pass from Harold, to be fair. It hit like the bottom of his foot. He just wanted to punch that back to Cal so he could go out the other side.
Yeah, Derby just trying to break through here as the ball pulled back, and that flashes across the face of goal. I think it's going to go out for a throw-in, does indeed. Didn't threaten the goal in the end of Cal McKenna, but perhaps just an early warning sign that Derby still have their own threats to make here, and that getting down those flanks, they could certainly be providing some dangers themselves.
Yes, Derby have got loads of quality, like we saw in the reverse fixture at their place in the first game. They hit us a few times in the counter-attack, and they just did then. They've got very good quality up front.
Throw down the line, comes out for another Bournemouth throw-in. Riley Maloney just throwing that long down the line. Ryan Carroll will nudge that one back in. Picked up by Alfie Merritt, and back out now to that far side for Charlie Osborne. Merritt and Harold William who gets it back to McKenna. Little flick on from Charlie Osborne there, gets it out to the left side, and Ash Clark trying to skip infield but couldn't get past the two yellow shirts in the Derby County midfield. Clear that long downfield. Cut out though once again by Ryan Carroll, and chance to settle and build from the back once more for AFC Bournemouth. Harold William just looking for the pass, looking to get between the lines there, but Derby trying to close things down. Long ball down the line there, looking for Ash Clark, just a little too long, and that's going to go out for a throw-in. Jack Perry be taking this one in for Derby County. Took the long flick on, but cleared away by Harold William. Picked up in the middle of the park by Malcolm da Costa Gonzalez. Down under the challenge goes Michael. And free kick on halfway. Ball down the left side looking for Charlie Osborne. Cut out though, as Lennon Wielden tries to chase that down for Derby. Wins the ball, gets the quick throw in, takes it, throws it down the line, and Demian Augustian wins a first corner of the game for Derby County.
Yeah, we just switched off for a couple of seconds and the thrower could just throw it straight over Howard's head, but luckily Ryan Carroll was in there to cover round.
So the Cherries with all 11 players back inside the box. Ball whipped in left-footed, cleared away by Ryan Carroll. Nudged on, he'll be picked up by Ash Clark here. Couple of good touches, gets away from his man. Down through the middle of the park, but just couldn't thread it through the legs there. Michael da Costa Gonzalez unable to quite cut that one out, and it's been cleared long for Lennon Wielden, edge of the area for Derby County, and his curling right-footed shot takes a deflection. It'll be another corner kick for Derby County, end-to-end in that last couple of minutes.
Yeah, Ash just brought Asher with just a change of pace down the wide, drifting inside. Unlucky in the pass to find Kobe, and then Mike just mistimed his challenge, and then they got a shot off down the other end, which was good defending from Harold or Ryan Carroll, I think it was.
Ryan Carroll, yeah.
Yeah, good defender.
So it'll be another corner kick once the referees intervened in a little pushing and shoving inside the 6-yard box. Another left-footed in-swinger coming in from that far side then for Derby County. Goes long towards the far post and comes out of play beyond the far post, and be another corner kick. And that was tight through the 6-yard box there, Lewis.
Yeah, that was just a goal-mouth scramble. I'm not too sure. It just looked like it hit someone on the back and it just dropped for one of their players. It was good defending by, I think that's Mike at the back.
It is Mike,
to
yeah.
shield it out.
Yeah, Michael da Costa Gonzalez doing good work at both ends of the pitch so far. Gone from this side, Riley Maloney taking it for the visitors. Sends this one high up. He's looking for the head of Kai Robinson there, but foul in the area, and it will be a free kick to Bournemouth. Well, 10 minutes pretty much into this first half. What have you made of the start so far, Lewis?
I thought we were good for the first 5 minutes. We just allowed Derby back into the game now, like the last 5 minutes, but we just got to get control again, pass the ball from side to side, and try and break through and find our pocket players like Mike, Kobe and Ash to get them on the half turn and drive at their back four.
I mean, those players you've listed there, with the pace they possess when they've gone running at this Derby defence, they look like they're certainly giving themselves bits of space, creating some decent openings there.
Yeah, it's very dangerous. Even in day-to-day training. Like, you don't want to defend against them, like, because they're too quick. Like, they can just knock it past you and run forwards. But hopefully they can do that tonight and get a cross into the box, and hopefully we can get a couple of goals.
Well, ball is out currently on the far side for a throw in to the Cherries. Comes back to Alfie Merritt and all the way back to Cal McKenna. And closed down by Wielden, but gets that forwards for Malcolm to Costa Gonzalez. Harold William now down the line looking for Kobe Monteau. Infield towards Mike da Costa Gonzalez. Just a little too much pace on the ball, perhaps just evaded his feet there. And back in Derby possession with Darren Robinson. Sends the ball through. Call for an offside from the Cherries defenders. Doesn't come, but ball harmlessly goes through to Cal McKenna back in that Bournemouth goal. Long downfield looking for Cian Tiedemann. Couldn't quite get his foot on the end of it. The clearance picked up though by Carlos Gregory. Sent out wide. Loops over his foot in the middle, but Tiedemann unable to pick the ball. Derby clear it long, but picked up by Ryan Carroll once more. Left-footed ball over the top from him, looking for Tiedemann, and that's forced Harry Evans to come charging out of the Derby goal to head the ball clear. Back now with Ryan Carroll on this near side. Long cross-field ball down to the corner, looking for the run of Ash Clark. And cleared out of play by Derby County on the far side. Do you enjoy coming to watch the games, Lewis? How are you at watching football rather than being out there and being involved?
It's frustrating, but obviously I'm on loan at Salisbury, so I can't play. But no, it's frustrating, especially if like you're injured. Like, you just want to be out there and play. Like, no footballer wants to be out injured and watching their team perform well or performing bad. Like, they want to help them in both situations.
So ball back with Bournemouth on the halfway line. Harold William getting it across for Carroll. Sidesteps, one challenge, almost found a bit of trouble there, but managed to retain possession. Mike da Costa Gonzalez looking for that corner ball down to find the run of Kobe Moto, but just a little too much juice on that one. That goes down over the byline and out of play for a Derby County goal kick. Charging forward, Derby at that point, and Jack Perry, the man brought down. Free kick midway inside their own half. Taken quickly across to Darren Robinson. Robinson switching it for Kai Robinson. Oh, a long ball down the line. Trying to find the run of Riley Maloney, but ball just going out of play before he managed to hook a left foot round that one, and it will be a Bournemouth throw-in. Long down the line from Carroll, cut out by Derby. Picked up though by Darren Robinson. And now Ryan Carroll back in possession once more, tries to switch play, just cut out at the last moment by Jack Perry there. Charging forwards for the visitors. Drops the ball back for Darren Robinson. And this is the first real decent passage of play, of possession that the visitors have had in this opening 15 minutes or so. Speaks to the amount of ball that the home side have had. And it will be a free kick just on halfway now for the Cherries. Carroll with the ball, switches it across to Alfie Merritt, being closed down quickly, but plays that down the line, looking for the run of Charlie Osborne. Osborne just putting Rio Canaville under a little bit of pressure there, but Derby do manage to come away with the ball. The referee's given a free kick for what he saw as a little holding back on Lennon Wilden there. As I say, Derby with that little back passage of possession play. That's the first time they've really had that in this first half so far.
Yeah, it is, and we're just trying to get the press right so we can press and lock them, but at the minute they break through a couple of times, and like we saw there, and Harold has to bring them down so we can all get back behind the ball.
On crossfield ball from Kai Robinson. Nudged back infield for Alex Stepiane-Woumé. Now Kai Robinson once more down the line, but a couple of yards amiss from the feet of Jerome Richards, and it'll be another Bournemouth throw-in again on this near side touchline. Goalless at the moment, Lewis, but do you think the Cherries players at the moment will be happy for the most part in terms of how much possession they've had, the opportunities they're beginning to create through this Derby defence?
Yeah, I think both teams want to get the ball down and pass the ball. Obviously the pitch is a bit lively, so it'd be very hard to keep passing the ball. Sometimes you have to go in behind. We've already spoken about Kobe, Ash, Michael, and if we can be a little bit direct in behind, get their pace and power against their back four, would be an ideal situation for us.
I'm throwing down the line, cleared away. Ryan Carroll comes away with that from 2 tackles, gets past a third man as well. That was well held off there by Kobimoto as well. Comes out of play off the Cherries player, says the assistant on this near side, for a Derby County throw-in. Ball came down the line and Lennon Wilden unable to keep that in play, so Cherries immediately with possession back once again. Ryan Carroll right in front of us on this halfway line. Down the line, cleared away by the Derby defence towards Wilden. It's picked up in the middle of the park by Carlos Gregory though. Switched out now to that far side, Charlie Osborne. Now for Ash Clark. Brings it back infield for Carlos Gregory again. Just trying to find a little bit of space here. Carroll trying to play that over the top, looking for the run of Charlie Osborne. Derby just trying to get as many players back behind the ball, try to crowd things out, try to prevent the gaps from opening up. And now they've found themselves a little bit of space playing between the lines themselves, switching it out to this left-hand side. Comes to Jerome Richards, left-hand side of the 18-yard box. Richards by the byline, fires in a shot and forces a save there out of Cal McKenna.
Yeah, once again, our reaction press got broken, and we allowed the number 11 to drive through it, the defence. And it was a good, comfortable save for Cal at the end.
Yeah, nothing too much to trouble Cal McKenna in between the sticks there, but perhaps a little bit more worrying how much space they got between the lines and then down that left channel.
Yeah, we lost the ball at the far left corner, and then our press was a little bit. We just got broken. The 2 midfield players got broken with a split pass. It was a good pass by them, but we just got to get them, tidy them things up at the end of the day.
Harold William with the ball at the back now. Goes to Alfie Merritt. 2 players from the under-18 squad. Down the line, and that's good work by Ash Clark just to evade his man. Edge of the area, and right-footed shot comes in, forces the save, and it's only a parry. It's out for a Bournemouth corner kick.
Yeah, very good from Ash. The 1-2 of Chos was very nice, but that's what we keep saying. If we can get our front 4 1v1 at their defence, that's what they can produce at the end of the day.
Keane Tiedemann going to go to the far side to take this corner kick then. Another great chance to apply some serious pressure on this Derby County defence. Now referee just halting things, a little bit too much activity inside that 6-yard box once again. Referee's happy. And Tiedemann should be able to swing this one in. Comes in, takes a little flick on there, and that was a dangerous one that flashed across the face of goal.
Yeah, that's very unlucky from Carlos, to be fair. It was a good ball from Kieran at the end, but that's very, very unlucky from Carlos Gregory.
Yeah, that was one of those that could have snuck inside. Let's get a look from this camera behind the goal, a much better look at that.
Someone's got to be attacking the back post. Normally we have a runner around the back, and there we didn't have anyone.
Oh, that's well cut out by Ash Clark for that forward pass from the Derby midfield. They've worked hard to try and regain possession. Lennon Wielden with the ball now for the Rams, tracking back towards his own goal, gets it to Kai Robinson. Now they switch it out through the middle. Stepping Awumne, and the ball through over the top towards Demien Augustian. Not too much on that. And once again, that marker of the danger of when pressing high up there and leaving the gaps in the middle.
Hey, but you see that in the Premier League nowadays. Most teams press high, and they get that's the risk that teams take now.
Yep. Oh, it's all risk reward, isn't it?
Risk versus reward. If you win the ball up high, you've got a better chance of scoring.
Augustian switching it out to that far side once more. Jack Perry brings it in field, but that's going to be picked up by Malcolm Da Costa Gonzalez. And then ends up coming out for a Bournemouth throw-in. Ryan Carroll once more. Midway through this first half here at the Wyatt Homes Stadium, home of Wimborne Town. Long throw from Carroll, cut out by Darren Robinson. Carroll making amends and knocking that one out of play. Riley Maloney with the throw-in now for Derby County. Comes in field for Darren Robinson. We'll just take a little bit of time here. Rio Canaville. That's it to the skipper. Dan Cox. Cox being pressured a little bit there by Michael Da Costa Gonzalez, and high press from the Cherries players. Sees Cox in the end knocking it back to Harry Evans in that Derby goal and clearing it long downfield. Good pressure high up the field there.
That was much pressure high up the field. Malcolm went tight to the midfield player. That's what they just got to do. The slight tweak to get Malcolm higher is much better.
Ryan Carroll with the throw downfield towards Kobe Motor. Cleared away by Dan Cox down towards Lennon Wielden. Wielden for Derby County. Just dropping the ball back once more. Canaville charging through the middle, and that's cut out there by Harold William. But Derby regain the ball once more, and Riley Maloney setting Jerome Richards down that left-hand side. Cuts the ball across, and the ball tucked away. And Derby County have got themselves in front. It was Jerome Richards finding that space down the left-hand side once more. Pulls the ball back, and Wielden in position there just to tuck the ball away and put Derby County up by a goal. Just had that space by that near side post. Jerome Richards, though, as I say, with that run down the left-hand side, caused problems with that a couple of times before, found the space and pulled that back edge of the 6-yard box, and there was far too much space there for the yellow shirts. Yeah,
Harold went tight to the midfield player. That's what we said about the press. You risk versus reward. Harold goes tight as a centre-back to the midfield player, doesn't win the ball, and lets the winger run at the back three because Harold is out of position. It's unlucky by Mez, the left centre-back, because the ball just stops in the pitch and he just has a tap-in and goal.
So 25-26 minutes played here at the Wyatt Homes Stadium, and it is Derby County leading by a 1-0 in this Premier League Cup Group I match. Final match of this competition for the Cherries. But they're wanting to go out with their heads held high and with some pride. As Lewis said at the start of the game, Derby County, a side that they beat 3-2 in Derby at the start of this competition way back in September. Long way still to go. Ball with Harold William just inside the centre circle. Ryan Carroll taking no chances there as he was closed down quickly by Jerome Richards. Carroll switching it out to Ash Clark now on the left-hand side. Clark takes a step in, gets away from two challenges, tries to thread the ball down that inside left channel, and just a little bit of confusion there really as a couple of players crossed over themselves.
Yeah,
I think
it didn't look like there was any communication by Carlos Gregory and Kean Tideman. One of them just had to take charge and take the ball. Kean could have shot with his left, Carlos could have shot with his left, but like I said, there was no communication.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing is they kind of got in each other's way a little bit in the end, didn't they?
Kean wanted to shoot and Carlos just ran across him.
Yeah. Derby getting the ball long down this left side again. Jerome Richards, the man who comes away with the ball though from that challenge with Ryan Carroll. Touches the ball back for Darren Robinson. Now out for Jack Perry on that far side. Canterville across to Dan Cox. Darren Robinson getting it to Riley Maloney once more. You can already see just the difference that goal's made in Derby's confidence on the ball.
Yeah, Derby's tails are up now, they've scored, and we still can't get that press right. Just then, Ryan Carroll, the right back, could have come tight to the winger, but he stayed inside. But I reckon if we just get that right, then we can cause these problems.
Long ball upfield, headed back by Darren Robinson. It's cut out by Carlos Gregory, but once again picked up by Lennon Wielden for Derby County, and referee giving a free kick in favour of the visitors. Bit of pressure to defend once again. It's coming up on the half-hour mark in the first half. And it's AFC Bournemouth 0, Derby County 1. Lennon Wielden with that goal. Straight in with his left foot from just inside the 6-yard box, just in 24-25 minutes into the game. As the left-footed free kick goes long, headed away by Harold Ware, only as far as Jerome Richards goes down under the challenge. Referee instantly shakes his head, says no penalty, and the ball cleared away long up towards halfway. Jack Perry with the ball now for Derby to Darren Robinson. Long ball over the top from him, looking for the run of Augustien. And that's well challenged and won there by Charlie Osborne. Gets it to Ash Clark, charging at pace now over halfway down that left flank, trying to find the run of Mike DaCosta Gonzalez, but it's been marshalled out of play. We'll just have another quick look at the penalty shout here. Referee instantly shook his head at this one, Lewis.
Nah, that's good defending by Kean. He just toes the ball away from the player, which is very good defending, especially from a striker.
All in the middle of the park with Lennon Wielden. Nudged forward by Kai Robinson, and now with Jerome Richards up against Ryan Carroll. Knocks it infield this time. Leaves the ball for Lennon Wielden to fire from just outside the 18-yard box. Takes a block though, and now knocked out to the far side by Darren Robinson. Augustien couldn't quite get to the ball, and Charlie Osborne sends that all the way back to Cal McKenna in the Bournemouth goal. Malcolm DaCosta Gonzalez settling things. 1-2 between Alfie Merritt and Cal McKenna. Ball still with Merritt. Can't see the pass, that goes back to McKenna and start from the back once more. Clearance from him, cut out, and it's through to Lennon Wilden, edge of the 18-yard box, gets it onto his left peg, and that's blocked by Merritt and William. Ball sent back in, and fired high and at pace over the crossbar there by Canterville in the end. Well, some good defending initially, and then a poor pass out from McKenna, giving the ball away cheaply.
Yeah, we're just trying to play out from the back, and a lack of concentration from Cal gives them an opportunity, but it was good defending from Mez to get back in and win the ball.
Ball now with Ryan Carroll. Took a slightly heavy touch, but managed to step away from Richards there. Retains possession. Just trying to get away from the Derby winger. William knocks the ball long. It's picked up now by Malcolm Da Costa Gonzalez, aided by his brother, but in the process giving away a free kick, according to the referee. And it's yet another free kick midway inside the Cherries half for Derby County, and Bournemouth with all 11 players behind the ball once again. Riley Maloney with the ball placed down. Low driven ball in there, takes a little nod on, headed clear. All the way out to Jerome Richards on the left-hand side. Manages to find its way to Lennon Wilden, and spread save there from Cal McKenna before it's hooked away by Charlie Osborne.
Yeah, very good save from Cal. Good spread, but it's too easy for the Derby to get through, but it was a very good save. Yeah,
let's take another look at this here on the replay as Wilden found a bit of space. Did well just to make himself very big very quickly there.
Yeah, he did. Very good save.
Throw in then for Derby County on that far side. And just a change being made by Alan Connell. I think it's Mike that's gone off, is it? Yeah, Mike gone off and replaced by Josh Salmon. As we say, Mike Da Costa Gonzalez been out for just over 6 months. First time he and his brother are starting a game together, but all part of the plan, I think, to just slowly reintroduce him. You can have too many minutes too soon coming back from an injury like that.
He played 20 minutes on Tuesday night, and I think he was only restricted to 30 tonight, but it's good to see Michael back on the pitch.
Absolutely, and as I say, all part of that process of building strength and getting yourself back fully match fit, certainly coming back from a long-term layoff like that.
Yeah, especially when you've been out for a long time, you just want to build up your minutes, build up your tank again. Hopefully you can get back to match fitness.
Well, he certainly looked a threat through those early stages, and certainly looked like he's got the hunger. He hasn't lost a tiny bit of hunger whatsoever, has he, in that time that he's spent out. Bournemouth pressing forwards now, and going down that left-hand side. Ash Clark firing the ball across the face of goal, and just needed someone to tap that one in. Wow, that has gone right across the face. Be interesting to see that on a replay when we get the chance to see that one again. What a chance that was, Lewis.
Yeah, that's a great ball by Ash Clark down the left, but we just need someone to tap at home at the back post. But once again, that's the threat we have in the forward areas. Ash gets wide, takes a brilliant touch. Oh, that's a great ball. Someone took a slide in and score.
Thread its way in between the Derby defenders. As Derby now bring it back out over halfway. Jack Perry getting it back to Stepiano Wumne. Now Dan Cox. Cox with the long left-footed clearance down towards Jerome Richards. Being closely marked there by Ryan Carroll, but it'll be a Derby County throw-in. Richards going to leave this one for Maloney to take. Maloney infield. That's the 1-2. Ball on for Robinson. Spreads it out to the far side. Perry brings it in. It's tight on the edge of the area there, a little bit scrappy, and it's Derby who retain possession. Gets to Jack Perry down by the byline, hooks that one back in, looking for Lennon Wilden, and it's headed away for a corner kick. Good header to clear the danger there from Harold William.
Yeah, he just got all too scrapper in the 18-yard box. They let the striker come out of the ball to get the ball wide and cross into the box, but good defending from Harold.
Going to be a corner on the far side then for Riley Maloney to take. One of those in-swingers. It's under 10 minutes of the first 45 left. Maloney's corner out towards the far post, punched away by McKenna in a crowded 6-yard box, hooked up and away by Ash Clark. Ball down by Josh Salmon, but couldn't quite control the ball, and Derby regaining possession there. And shame, because that was something of a break building there.
Yeah, if he could have controlled that nicely and just slipped it back into Ash's path, Ash could have been one-on-one with the number 6.
Yeah, Ash was already, he was already on something of a run, wasn't he? Ball comes through harmlessly to McKenna on this occasion. Good punch clear as well in that crowded 6-yard box from the Bournemouth
very
keeper.
Good from Cal to come out and clear the ball. You can see he's a big physical guy and demands his box very well.
So ball comes to Ryan Carroll, being closed by Richards, gets it down the line towards Moto, infield for Josh Salmon, tries to take a back heel touch but closed down instantly by Stepien Awunye, and Dan Cox gets it back for Evans in the Derby goal. Here is the Derby skipper getting away from the challenge of Salmon. Little challenge there from Josh Salmon that the referee didn't like, and it'll be a Derby County free kick midway inside their own half. Now Kai Robinson just being instructed to head a little deeper into his own half before taking this one. He's actually going to leave it for Harry Evans now. Long kick downfield, it's only onto the head of Ryan Carroll. There is Malcolm Da Costa Gonzalez losing out in possession, but gets it back once more past a couple of Derby players. That's taken a touch on from Josh Salmon, and no, Kobe Moto, just a slightly awkward bounce, and touch took it just a fraction out of his path, retains possession, gets it onto his left foot, sends the crossing, cleared away by the Derby defence. It's picked up by Gregory. Tries to find Moto again, but cleared long downfield, only as far as Ryan Carroll. We'll send it back to Alfie Merritt just inside the Bournemouth half. William to Da Costa Gonzalez. Now Ryan Carroll. Kind of being closed down by Wielden. Gets it to Da Costa Gonzalez, and just a slight miscommunication between him and Ryan Carroll for that pass out.
Yeah, Harold made a run inside, and just the communication was a little bit too late. And if Malcolm could find that pass, they'd have been out, but it was unfortunate for Malcolm and Ryan.
Throw in then for Derby County, which Maloney will take. Referee giving him the instruction to get on with taking the throw in. Comes in field for Wielden, gets past 2-3 challenges, but not past Ryan Carroll, who sends that out of play, and it'll be another throw in for the visitors. Kai Robinson has that downfield, looking for Jerome Richards in a slight battle there with Kobe Moto. Quickly taken by Ryan Carroll, switching it to the far side for Charlie Osborne. Now Alfie Merritt being closed down, but back out to Charlie Osborne on that far side now. A little bit of space on that far side touchline. Still inside their own half, though, right now. Gregory for Merritt. Now Williams steps aside the oncoming Wheeldon before knocking it forwards for Tiedemann. Ball over the top, looking for the run there of Josh Salmon, but just a little bit too much on that one. And Harry Evans just rolling this one just outside his 18-yard box, sending it long downfield. Picked up by Gregory in the middle of the park before he's tumbled by the challenge, and it'll be a Bournemouth free kick. Harold William just under pressure from Lennon Wheeldon. Gets it to Ryan Carroll to clear long. Tiedemann couldn't quite get to the ball there. It must have come off of Ryan Carroll, given as a Derby County throw-in. Stephen Awumye retains possession, gets it to Maloney. Maloney trying to thread it through and find the run. And in the end it comes all the way back out to Dan Cox. And Harry Evans will knock this one long. Alfie Merritt goes up for the ball, picked up by Da Costa Gonzalez. Gregory, then Osborne, now Merritt. Da Costa Gonzalez back for William. William looking for the run of Murto. Just outside the area, and keeper Harry Evans just watches that one out of play for another Derby County goal kick. Coming close to the 45 now, Lewis. What's your assessment of the manner of that first 45 minutes? What sort of message do you think that Alan's going to be giving the boys in the dressing room at half-time?
I thought we started brightly, to be fair, but then we just let Derby get into the game. Obviously, the goals killed the confidence a little bit and just got Derby's tails up. But if we can go back to just passing the ball or playing in behind to Kobe and Ash, just give their back three a little bit of a problem, then hopefully we can come up the second half a bit more confident and play on the front foot.
Yeah, the reassuring thing is there's still plenty of space there. There's plenty of opportunities being created, and yeah, just the one goal in it right now. But as Lewis rightly says, since the goal, Derby have had their tails up and just had that extra little spring in their step. Ball brought away by Harold William. Trying to find the run there of Tiedemann. Tiedemann with a couple of good touches there. Finds Kobe Murto. Murto back for Tiedemann. Back for Murto again. Fires the ball across the face of goal, and that one just flashes past the other post on the far side. Right-footed shot was curling away from the post, and once again, Lewis, it's one of those scenarios where you're just crying out for someone at the far post.
Yeah, it was more of like a cross/slash shot, but it was very good play from Kobe and Kieran, as we can see here. Very good header to Kobe, and then Kobe plays a lovely first-time pass into him.
Beautiful interplay between the two.
It's a lovely reverse back from Kieran, but it's just very unlucky.
Yeah, wonderful between Tiedemann and Murto down that right-hand side. Yeah, continuing to create chances, continuing to pose danger. It's going to be a free kick for the visitors. So we just wait to see how much time. Just 1 minute to be added on at the end of this first half in this Premier League Cup Group I match, where the Cherries trailing Derby County by a 1-0 as we head towards this half-time break. Maloney with long left-footed free kick coming in. Takes a header down, but Charlie Osborne just monitoring that one safely out of play. And that might just about be it then for this first half. As I say, Bournemouth trailing by a 1-0. Lennon Wheeldon with that goal on 25 minutes. Now the job for Alan Connell is to find the right words for the boys at half-time as they head in. And trailing by a 1-0. Just half-time though, 45 still to go at the Wyatt Home Stadium here in Wimborne. It is AFC Bournemouth 0, Derby County 1. And, well, I guess the consolation there is it's just a single goal in it. And we'll take a look at the highlights quickly in a second, Lewis. But, yeah, Derby, as much as they got their tails up, didn't capitalise any further than just that single goal that we're seeing here from Lennon Wheeldon.
Yeah, it's just unlucky. As we can see there, Mez just puts a foot in his way, and maybe on a different pitch that goes a little bit further than when it did, but the pitch is sticky and it just stops for the striker to just come on and smash home. But it's unlucky. It was good play from Derby in the end.
Certainly was. They'd certainly not had any real great passages of play up to that point, but it seemed to change things a fair bit. Much as there'd been early chances, early threats from Mike da Costa Gonzalez, who went off with 10 minutes still to go. It was Ash Clark creating a number of problems down that left side for the Cherries.
Yeah, as we can see here, Ash flashes on across the box. He just needed someone to come at the back post and tap it in. But like I said, all half, if we can get Kobe and Ash on the ball and running at their back 3/4, whatever they want to make it, there'll be chances here for the boys.
Yeah, here's Kian Tideman with Kobe Moto and that interplay we saw just before the half-time break. Great little 1-2 between the pair of them before Kobe sends that shot flashing past the far post, and well, that was their best chance in that last 5-10 minutes or so. Great interplay from the two of them, Kian and Kobe, and the ball going past that far post. So as we say, half-time here then in this Premier League Cup match at the Wyatt Home Stadium in Wimborne. It is AFC Bournemouth 0, Derby County 1. We'll see you for more in the second half. Welcome back to the Wyatt Holmes Stadium in Wimborne for the second half of this Premier League Cup match. Group I fixture between AFC Bournemouth and Derby County. Derby leading by a 0-0 from the first half. Lennon Wilden with the goal after 25 minutes. Both teams just taking back out to the field once more. We'll just wait for the referee to get things back underway. No changes, it appears, from that first half. And yeah, we'll just wait for the coaching sides to make their way across to the far side. Lewis Brown back with me for this second half. Lewis, what's the tactic from the start here? Is it get in there with early pressure? Early goal would be everything right now, wouldn't it?
Early goal would be lovely, but just play higher up the pitch, I reckon. If we can get the ball higher up and just play higher up in their half, it just gives you confidence when you play in the other team's half, not in your own.
The referee appears pretty happy with everything. And gets us underway then in this second half. Bournemouth kicking from right to left. Harold William with the ball at the back, being put under early pressure from Lennon Wilden there. Sends the ball down long, looking for the flick on from Muto there. Dan Cox sending it all the way back to Harry Evans in that Derby goal. Being closed down by Tideman. Josh Salmon now trying to close down the Derby skipper. Long ball downfield. Picked up by Lennon Wielden. It's cut out, knocked cross field. And there is Lennon Wielden once more and skips past that defensive challenge of Harold William. And, well, Lennon Wielden, it's taken him less than a minute into the second half and he has doubled Derby County's lead there, Lewis.
Yeah, that's not what you want in the second half, but it's a good goal by their point of view, a good blindside run, and it's a lovely finish in the bottom corner.
Yeah, just evaded Harold William there and stuck that away into the far corner. And Lennon Wielden with 2 goals in this game and giving Derby County a bit of a cushion now. And that's something of a blow straight after half-time, after trying to settle themselves, reorganise themselves a little bit, come out with a game plan, and to concede so early on. Cherries trailing by 2-0. Ash Clark's ball infield cut out there, and it'll be a Bournemouth throw-in deep inside their own half. Charlie Osborne just being told by the referee to head a little bit further back towards the corner flag. Down for Ash Clark, gets the flick on, just gets past Tiedemann, but does get the deflection on that Derby pass. It's picked up in the middle of the park though, charging run through the middle there where Malcolm Da Costa Gonzalez bringing down Wielden with that charging run. And as we saw in that first half after the goal, Derby got their tails up and, well, they've got a real spring in their step right now, trying to literally just run straight through the middle of the Bournemouth team there. Yeah, they pretty much are. It was a silly foul by Malcolm, to be fair, in the end. It gives Derby a good chance in the middle of the pitch. Ryan Maloney stood over the ball. Close one over the top, looking for the captain, Dan Cox, who goes to the far side. That's come back off the crossbar there. Cal McKenna beaten with the header at the far post there, but saved by the crossbar. As we take another look at this one, Lewis. Headed across by Dan Cox.
Oh, he's got to score, I think. He's got to score.
There's Lennon Wielden for the hat-trick as well. Well, much to the Cherries' relief, he didn't score. And it's come back off the crossbar. Charlie Osborne with the ball back to McKenna. Charlie Osborne takes it in for Tiedemann. It's cut out by Dan Cox once more, though. Slips as he tries to make the forward pass. It's nudged in field by Jack Perry. It's all getting scrappy, crowded through the middle of the park right now. Can it for William to Da Costa Gonzalez. That comes down the line for Kobe Murto. Was down under the challenge, and referee says yes. Free kick for Bournemouth, and a chance now to try and press forwards and put some pressure on that Derby goal. Yeah,
since the first 5 minutes in the second half, it's just all been in our half. Hopefully we can just get in their half, make a couple of passes and put them on the back foot.
Merritt with the ball forward. It's with Gregory. Gregory switching it down this left side, looking for the run of Ash Clark. Gets away from his marker towards the byline, pulls back off the left-footed cross. And that's gone out of play for a Bournemouth throw-in. Yeah, good work from Ashley Clark down that left-hand channel. It comes in from Charlie Osborne. It's easily cut out and cleared, though, by the Derby defence. Ball's flicked on by Jerome Richards. Gets himself away from Ryan Carroll. And in the end, that's a very easy regulation catch for Cal McKenna. Now Ash Clark. Gregory dispossessed. Ball comes through for Augustien and Stepien Owunye. Robinson. Aaron Robinson with the ball once more. Gets it out to that far left side. And Jerome Richards. Now they'll switch play. It's near side touchline. Jack Perry. Being closed down by Charlie Osborne. Comes back for Augustien. Augustien for Wheeldon. Now Dan Cox. Forward pass there. Cut out. And now towards Tiedemann. Tiedemann's first touch, though, bouncing just a little heavily and cleared back by Cox to his goalkeeper for Derby County. Wheeldon trying to evade the challenge there of Alfie Merritt and held back, says the referee, and it's concession of yet another centrally placed free kick inside the Bournemouth half.
I don't know, they both were grabbing each other. Some refs will just let Wave play on and let them get on with it, but the ref gave them a foul. But Shaw's has got the ball. Yeah, he's got the ball back now. Yeah, Charlie Osborne getting it back there off of Jack Perry, plays it down the line. Little touch infield from Tiedemann, finds Gregory. Gregory now out to the far side. And Ryan Carroll. McKenna forwards to Gregory in the middle of the park. Now we find Josh Salmon charging over halfway, tries to thread that through, finds Moto right side of the 18-yard box, pulls it back onto his left peg and fires in the shot, but that's saved by Harry Evans. Yeah, well played by Carlos and Josh Salmon. Gets Josh Salmon on the half turn. It was a great pass. Ash just misses it, I think. Yes, just misses it. But luckily Kobe was there. He could have stood that at the back post to Kean, but it's unlucky with the shot.
Need to see plenty more of that from the Cherries in this second half. Trailing by 2-0 then in this Premier League Cup match. There's the ball coming forwards with Charlie Osborne, gets away from his marker, pulls the ball back. It's with Ash Clark and D'Agosta Gonzalez. Shot from the edge of the area, blocked. Now he's got to try and charge back and do some defending. Oh, had a touch on Jerome Richards and has taken a yellow card for that as well, for that touch on Jerome Richards there.
I think he's just been sent off. There's 2 yellows.
Yeah. Malcolm D'Acosta Gonzalez leaving the field. As we take another look here at this challenge. Didn't appear to be a massive amount in it, but referee has seen enough there for impeding the progress of Jerome Richards to give Malcolm D'Acosta Gonzalez another yellow.
I don't think there was much in that, but it stops the counter-attack at the end of the day, and every time you stop a counter-attack, I think it's a yellow card. I don't think the ref even wanted to give the foul, to be fair.
Ball's back with Derby County, and they hold the advantage, both in terms of goals and in playing staff now. Stepien Owunye down this right-hand side for the visitors. Pulls the ball back down the line. Gets it back again, playing the little 1-2 there with Jack Perry. The ball ends up safely in the hands of Cal McKenna. in the Bournemouth goal. On clearance downfield, Moto trying to get the flick on towards Tiedemann. Ball coming back, didn't have a great deal of pace on it, and Harry Evans has to come charging out from that Derby County goal. Plays the ball long, and it's a corner kick conceded. And Derby County, as I say, holding the advantage in numbers, in goals, in players, and in possession in that Bournemouth half in this second 45 so far.
Yeah, they have. I think the red card could have just taken the life sting out of, let's say, this Bournemouth side. It's going to be hard work with 35 minutes left, I think it is.
Yep.
With 10 men, it's going to be a hard night now.
Yeah, it certainly is. It was already something of an uphill task, trailing by 2-0, but down to 10 men. As the ball comes swinging in, Cal McKenna with an important fingertip save there, just sends that out, and it'll be another corner kick from the other side now. And Cherry's having to sustain a little bit of pressure here at this point in the second half. Derby in no particular hurry to take their corner kick. It does come back down the line for Augustien, sends that one in left-footed and clears through past everyone. It'll be a Bournemouth goal kick. Or as we said at the start of the coverage, Bournemouth weren't going to be progressing any further in this Premier League Cup, but yeah, this will be a disappointing result as it stands. Nonetheless, trailing by 2-0 to Derby County, the only team they've beaten in this group thus far. This ball played down the line, picked up by Augustien. Augustien on his left foot and, well, tries his luck from 20 plus yards out and clears the stand behind the goal. It's continued possession, though, primarily inside that Bournemouth half right now, Lewis, and that's probably the main concern, that not only are they trailing 2-0, not only are they down to 10 men, but they're soaking up a lot of pressure right now.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the remainder of the game, though. I think this Bournemouth side, it's going to be hard for them to play out with a less man. It's going to be hard to get the press and lock now, but hopefully they can put up a good fight, maybe get a goal, and see who knows what can happen.
McKenna then with the long clearance downfield towards Tiedemann. It's picked up by Robinson, though, and sent long again once more for Derby, only as far as Harold William. McKenna trying to get it up towards Moto. And each time Bournemouth try and press forwards, it's yellow shirts surrounding them. And Derby swiftly getting themselves back into possession, often. On that occasion, a foul conceded by the visitors, and it'll be a free kick for the Cherries. Tiedemann with the flicked on header. It's found its way towards Kobe Moto. Oh, Charlie Osborne. Back to Alfie Merritt. Now Harold William. All the way back to Cal McKenna. McKenna trying to find Charlie Osborne there, just muscled off of it a little bit by Jack Perry. And Derby regain the ball, send it down the line. But Stepien Awumne couldn't control that one. Goes long. Downfield. Nicely cut out by Charlie Osborne now. Carlos Gregory gets the ball to Josh Salmon. Alfie Merritt to Osborne, captain once more. Now Harold William. Cal McKenna sends that one up towards Motto. Stefano Wimborne winning the ball before Kai Robinson just firing it long and goes all the way through to Cal McKenna in the Bournemouth goal. Osborne to Gregory, now Merritt. Ash Clark charging down the left-hand touchline, but ends with a Derby County throw-in. Jack Perry with the throw in field. And just a little bit of frayed tempers there between Ash Clark and Darren Robinson from the visitors. Referee just having a word with Ash Clark. No more than that. It's Cannaville. It's the ball across to Dan Cox, looking to break forwards, but Harold William thought he'd won the ball back there. Referee giving the free kick. And Derby County able to relieve a little of that pressure. Robinson with the free kick to Dan Cox, all the way back to Harry Evans. Goes long, looking for Jerome Richards. And now they've got the overlap going as well. Ball sent into the middle towards Augustien. Just couldn't quite get the clean contact on it he was looking for. Jerome Richards, and the ball back for Jack Perry. Back to Richards once more. Sends it in right-footed. Looking for the touch. Just took a little hop up there and save from Cal McKenna. Rolls the ball quickly out of play as we just take another look. Came into Augustine, but just couldn't get a clear contact on his foot.
Just couldn't get a clear contact to tap that in with his left foot. But it looked far too easy, but that's the risk you take when you have 10 men, I suppose.
Osborne gets the ball back to Merritt, nudged forwards towards Tideman, but easily cut out there by Darren Robinson. Now back with Dan Cox. Comes in field for Augustine. Run down this near side from Jack Perry. Trying to get to that before it reaches the byline. Couldn't get past Charlie Osborne. Osborne running and playing that across the face of his own goal, all the way to that far side, and Ryan Carroll. Carroll being closed down quickly. And in the end, conceding a corner kick as he tried to clear that and the ball ricocheting around. Referee saying that's come back off the Bournemouth right back. And will be another Derby County corner kick. Nearly 20 minutes played in this second half. It's AFC Bournemouth 0, Derby County 2 in this Group I fixture of the Premier League Cup. Here at the Wyatt Home Stadium in Wimborne. Derby with the corner kick, then back to Augustine. Ball's played in from the byline. Bournemouth get the ball clear. Ash Clark now switched to the right-hand side. And wins the throw-in over on that far side. Well, Derby are going to make a substitution from the looks of things. Jack Perry, the player coming off, and Case Gordon on to replace him. Alfie Merritt now for the Cherries. To Gregory. Slightly heavy touch and surrounded by a number of yellow shirts. It's with Lennon Wilden. Wilden charging forwards, trying to get away from the challenge there of Josh Salmon, and Gregory comes away with the ball for Bournemouth. McKenna knocking it long and clear, but straight back into that Derby County defence. Dan Cox trying to send the ball over the top for Stepiano Wumye. The ball fired in and well saved there by McKenna from Wilden. Comes out to the left-hand channel once more. Jerome Richards. Ball sent in once again. Stepiano Wumye is going to try and fire that one across. Now it comes to Agustin. And that's another good save there from McKenna in the Bournemouth goal. It's going to be a Derby County corner kick, but sustained little period of pressure there from the visitors.
Yes, as you can tell now, it's 11v10. The Bournemouth is starting to find it very difficult. And the Derby are just stamping their authority on this game now.
Well, Charlie Osborne just slowly getting back up to his feet inside the 18-yard box there. Which does now leave the way clear for this corner from Derby County. Near post header, and that was high and wide onto the roof of the stand behind, and that will be another Bournemouth goal kick. Ryan Carroll coming off for the Cherries now and being replaced by Tommy Whitehead at right back for the Cherries. Long ball forward from the visitors. It's just taken a little touch on from Alfie Merritt there, and Charlie Osborne had to race back to prevent another corner kick being conceded there. Clearance just over the top of the head of Ash Clark, and Stepiano Wumye with the ball now for Derby County. Plays it across the line to Darren Robinson. Get it back for Kai Robinson. Plays it down the line. Now tries to find it for Lennon Wilden. In the middle it is with Wilden. And Wilden fires it wide of the goal, and another chance for him to try and notch up that hat-trick. He has looked dangerous tonight.
Yeah, he's played very well. Is it his name Lennon?
Lennon Wilden,
Lennon Wilden. I remember him, he played against us at their place. He was a threat at their place as well. And he stuck his 2 goals very well tonight, but he could have had 3 or 4.
He's clearly hungry for that hat-trick, isn't he? He's zoning in on that, as are his teammates, who are trying to feed him the ball and set him up for that 3rd goal of the night. Throwing for the Cherries on the far side. Down the line, just a little too high for Muto to get a hold of. Clearance from Derby, cut out by Carlos Gregory. Send back to Cal McKenna. Long downfield from him to Muto on that right-hand side. Can't evade 3 yellow shirts, though. They switch the play to Case Gordon on this near side. And Gordon's dispossessed by Carlos Gregory. Comes back for Charlie Osborne. Now Alfie Merritt. McKenna looking for Ash Clark, but that one's cut out by Rio Canaville. Canaville gets it through to Jerome Richards. Richards back for Darren Robinson. Now the skipper, Dan Cox. Canaville being closed down quickly by Ash Clark. Switches it for Muto. Muto trying to get around Kai Robinson who concedes a throw in to the Cherries. And Derby are going to make another change. Jerome Richards, the player coming off, being replaced by Israel Green. Ball comes in for Tideman. It's cleared away though by Robinson at the back for Derby County. Charlie Osborne with it on this left side. Tracks back to give it to Alfie Merritt. Merritt to McKenna. Tideman gets it to Josh Salmon, tries to play it down that left flank for Ash Clark, and the offside flag raised for the run. Cannaville getting it to Dan Cox. Now Robinson back to the skipper. Dan Cox tried to send the ball across midfield, cut out by Carlos Gregory. Now back with Charlie Osborne, being put under some serious pressure there. An undue pressure, says the referee. That'll be a free kick for the Cherries. Quickly taken by Alfie Merritt. Merritt to Harold William towards Gregory, but just a little too much pace on that perhaps. Got itself away from him. Tommy Whitehead at the back does a good job just holding off the run of Billy Goff. Now Case Gordon is down under the challenge of Alfie Merritt. No free kick given. Derby appealing for it. Referee not interested in that one at all. Rio Cannaville across to Dan Cox. Now Darren Robinson playing it through the middle. Picks out Demien Agustin. The run of Billy Goff. Again, beaten to the ball by Tommy Whitehead, who safely tidies that one up at the back and gets it back to Cal McKenna. McKenna up towards Mutto. Trying to win the ball at the second attempt. Derby once again making that extra man tell. Case Gordon trying to come away with the ball, goes down under the challenge of Ash Clark, and on this occasion referee does give the free kick. Case Gordon just taking that touch infield. It's a slightly heavy touch, but referee penalising that challenge from Ash Clark as Derby now break away down that left-hand side, and Billy Goff was the man charging in through the left side of the area and fired in a low shot, and it's another good save from Cal McKenna.
Yeah, Ash gave away it was a frustration tackle, let's call it, and then they just switched the ball, but it was a good save by Cal, but you can see the man advantage is taking a toll on the Bournemouth boys now. Yeah,
there's yellow shirts everywhere, it seems, for the Bournemouth players every time they're in possession. They're getting closed down quickly. And as Lewis says, that extra man really is starting to show itself more and more as this game progresses. For a corner kick to the far side, and it's come out to Agustin, who catches that one on the half volley, but just always rising over the top of the crossbar. And it's going to be a Bournemouth goal kick. It's Josh Salmon being replaced with Charlie Stevens. And Ollie Morgan coming on as well. So yeah, so a couple of changes for the Cherries, but right now a little bit of defending to do. Harold William just blocking that one, and well, Alan Connell just trying to freshen things up a little bit now.
Yeah, and it's fantastic to see Ollie Morgan back on the pitch after he's been out with a knee injury for God knows how
Forever.
long. Forever. It's fantastic to see a player like him back on the pitch because he's got quality, and especially in a game 2-0 down with 10 men, we can't get out of the group, so it's good to see him get some minutes.
Yeah, it's been an important night in that respect, I suppose. If you look at, Mike Da Costa Gonzalez as well as Ollie, important minutes in terms of trying to take positives out of the game. The result appears like it's obviously not going to go their way, and they're, as you say, not going to make it out the group, but there's still some good stuff to take away from this.
It's massive positives to have players back. Like, we're down to our bare bones. We've got, I think, 5 under-18 started tonight. Obviously with players out on loan, players with the first team, players injured, but it's fantastic to see the 18s coming up and play, and the boys that have been with the 21s still performing week in, week out.
Ash Clark just on the edge of the area, got blocked out in the end, just sheer weight of numbers, but does well to come back and win the ball again once more. And free kick given for the challenge of Stefano Wumye there on Charlie Osborne. Ash Clark really has been one of the most lively options and the biggest threat really for big challenge there from the goalkeeper Harry Evans on Kobe Motto. That looked like a crunching challenge there.
That looked horrible. The way he landed was horrible.
Well, it's a yellow card for Ash Clark. It's going to be a free kick in the end to Derby County. Ball back with Harry Evans, takes a heavy touch in that Derby County goal, and Kobe Motto on the right hand side. Just laying the ball back, comes in field for Carlos Gregory now. Nice interplay here, Moto with the ball in towards the area, and Tideman just tried to take a turn and find himself a bit of space, but turned right into a wall of yellow shirts.
Yeah, it looked like he could pull the trigger just before he tried to swivel, but it's unlucky. It was good play down the right hand side between Carlos, Kobe, and I think is it Tommy Whitehead out there now?
Yeah, Tommy Whitehead out right back now.
Very good, very well played.
Osborne for Ollie Morgan now. Morgan plays the ball over the top, looking for the run of Tideman. Cut out though by Dan Cox. Up to Wielden, the scorer of both goals for Derby County here this evening. And ball goes out of play on that far side. Whitehead with the throw in, cross to Harold William. Ollie Morgan. Osborne, Gregory. Now Morgan. William being put under pressure by Wielden. Cleared out by McKenna and takes a touch towards Gregory. Tideman cut out by Dan Cox, and the tackle in there by Harold William on Billy Goff. Concedes the free kick. It did appear that Harold William got the ball before he got the man.
Yeah, he wins the ball. I'm not very...
So,
but before that, there's a passage where I think it was Carlos played around the corner to Keane. I think if he could just tidy that touch up, there was a breakaway for the Cherries, but unfortunately couldn't get it to sit down for Carlos to play the 1-2.
Referee just marking things out. Derby again in no particular hurry. Inside the last 10 minutes of the 90 now. Bournemouth trailing by 2-0 against Derby County, and with a man down as well after Malcolm da Costa Gonzalez sent off. Ball comes in and just flashes past. Just flashes past the upright. Will
No replay.
Here we go. If we have another look at this, Lewis.
That was close in the free kick. Clarkie's going to counter-attack.
Ash Clark trying to chase through, but dispossessed right on the edge of the Derby County 18-yard box. Some neat interplay from the yellow shirts on the edge of their own area, and they get themselves back up towards halfway. Played across for Stepien Owumye, but cut out by Ollie Morgan there. Morgan. All for Charlie Stevens. It's back for Harold William, and now Charlie Osborne once more. Ollie Morgan. Now out to the right-hand side. Tommy Whitehead trying to get the ball down the line with Kobe Motto. Switches it for Charlie Osborne. Comes back from Charlie Stevens. Is now picked up by Ollie Morgan. Ball over the top there. It's a good ball. Pull back there for Kobe Motto, and just, wow, was it half a pace behind him as he ran into that? Didn't connect cleanly with it.
Kobe looked too quick for the ball. It's just behind him. He's just snatched at a shot. It was a lovely pass by. We didn't get it on the replay. It's a lovely cutback though by Tommy Whitehead. That's unlucky. We've had a couple of chances with a man down now, but we look like the better team at the minute.
Yeah, it was a really good chance carved out there by the Cherries, but Kobe unable to put it away at the end. Cal McKenna collecting that long through ball from Derby County. Neat little interplay through the middle of their own half there. Comes to Carlos Gregory, tries to lift one over the top for Tideman. Just going to have a bit too much on it, is it? Just a little bit. Ash Clark picks the ball up and lifts it over the top of the goalkeeper, but keeper gets a hand to it, and that ends up going out for a corner kick. That would have been a beauty of a goal.
Yeah, that would have been a lovely goal. That's a very, very good save from the keeper. That's very unlucky from Ash. Good thinking.
Another look at it here as it comes through. Keeper forced to head it just outside his own area, and first time hit there from Ash.
Good save. Good, very good save from the keeper.
Corner kick then for the Cherries. Comes in long towards the back post, looking for the head of Harold William there. Just glances off the top of his head as Motto knocks that back for Ollie Morgan, just inside the Derby half, being put under pressure there and forced to go all the way back to McKenna. And an offside flag goes up against Ash Clark after the long clearance downfield, and looks like Derby are going to be making a couple more changes. Off comes Lennon Wielden. Yeah, Lennon Wielden coming off to be replaced by Israel Green. And Damien Augustin being replaced by Marley Mintus.
Didn't want to come off.
No, Lennon Wielden was very slow coming off. I don't think that was all to do with the fact that they're leading 2-0 and time wasting. That's because he wanted to stay on. He was desperate to get that hat-trick tonight, wasn't he?
Hat-trick, though. He's at the post.
He's had so many chances. Yeah, he's been a star player though out there this evening. He's played particularly well. not just from those 2 goals, a big front man who's certainly caused problems at the back for Bournemouth.
Yeah, he's been very good tonight, but like I said, he was good at their place as well. But he took his 2 goals very well, but like we said, he could have had 3 or 4.
Ball through towards Tideman up front for the Cherries. Little flick on. Does find him this time on the halfway line. Couldn't quite control that with his second touch. And Case Gordon just dropping that one back for Rio Canaville. Ball long down that left flank for Derby, and it is picked up by Marley Mintus. Stepiena Wunye getting it to Canaville once more. Now Dan Cox and the extra man advantage, giving them that bit more space, able to play things around a little bit. Charlie Osborne able to cut out that cross-field ball coming down towards Case Gordon and concedes the throw-in for Derby County. Just a little over 3 minutes of the 90 left now. And throw comes in from Gordon. It's Stepien Awumye. Challenge there, and the referee points to the spot as Israel Green goes down under the challenge there of Harold William. Let's take another look at this. Ball knocked in. Harold William just caught trailing a little bit there by
Lennon Wilden throws water bottle to the floor as the referee pointed to the spot. I think he wanted his hat-trick.
I'm sure he's probably got a few words to say to the boss to say you brought me off about 3 minutes too soon there. Penalty kick then for Derby County. This would put them 3-0 up. Sends Cal McKenna the wrong way, and it is Israel Green who gets that third goal, and it is AFC Bournemouth 0, Derby County 3. Good penalty from Israel Green.
It's a fantastic penalty. Sends Cal the wrong way. Yeah, strikes that very well.
Well, it's going to be a hugely disappointing result for the boys here this evening at the Wyatt Holmes Stadium. As we said earlier in conversation with Lewis, some serious positives to take out of this, notably the return of Ollie Morgan and Mike DaCosta Gonzalez as well. But yeah, this is not the end to their Premier League Cup run that they were hoping for. There was no chance of progression this evening, but we're certainly going out to put on a show, go out with heads held high and put in a performance full of pride. But Derby County have just had that edge as Morgan's dispossessed this time by Murray Mintis on the edge of the 18-yard box. Still it's with Mintis. Ball played down to Case Gordon, right-hand side, fires it in through the middle, and well, the attempt to catch that one on the volley there by Riley Maloney, and that was, well, a good 10-12 inches too high, I think, for him to have got a clean catch on that. Just came rising off the top of his boots.
Yeah, it did, but now you can see Derby have just got control again. They've just used their man advantage to steer the ship again, and they obviously got that third goal, which has just killed the game off, and it's just deflated this AFC Bournemouth team.
Yeah, it certainly has. McKenna getting the ball out for Harold William. Ball touched back by Charlie Stevens, put McKenna into a bit of a position there. Gregory tidying up, and then William being placed under some serious pressure and lunging challenge there, and concedes a Bournemouth goal kick. And that big challenge coming in there from Goff. Willie Goff. Harold Williams still down on the ground. There's going to be 4 minutes added on at the end of the 90. Yeah, Harold Williams not looking too happy or comfortable down on the ground inside the 18-yard box there. Here we go with the big sliding challenge to send the ball out of play. And that's where Harold Williams picked up a bit of a knock. He's back up on his feet. Hopefully will be okay to continue. So it will be a Bournemouth goal kick. Cal McKenna. Flicked on by Carlos Gregory. Stevens beaten to the ball. Gregory wins it back again. Then Gregory with the header up. It's picked up though by Riley Goff. Stevens dispossessed once more, and again Derby County come charging down that left flank, trying to pull the ball back, tried to find the run of Marley Mintis there, but was well cleared away and will go all the way through to Harry Evans back in that Derby County goal. Dan Cox just dropping it back for Darren Robinson. Ball over the top. Israel Green picking it up, the penalty scorer. It's cut out by Ollie Morgan. Goes out for Charlie Stevens. Harold William back on the field of play and being put under pressure there, but held off the challenge of Israel Green. Now Charlie Osborne. It's Gregory. William. Ollie Morgan infield for Charlie Stevens. That's it for Murto under some pressure. Yellow shirts closing them down, but Bournemouth just looking to retain possession right now. Ollie Morgan back out to Whitehead for Stevens. Then Motto gets himself away from 3-4 challenges there and wins a throw-in for the Cherries inside the last minute of added time, plus whatever the referee gives us at his discretion beyond that. There'll be potentially a little bit more for that injury on Harold William. Throw in field cut out by Dan Cox. Ball sent long downfield. And Cal McKenna immediately getting it out to his skipper. Charlie Osborne with the ball over the top. Kind of in between Motto and Tideman there. Charlie Stevens regains possession, gets it to Tommy Whitehead on that right-hand side. Back for Stevens once more. Steps aside one challenge, runs into another, but comes away with the ball. Gets away from a third challenge, and Stevens has ensured that it's Bournemouth retaining the ball right now. Ollie Morgan with it on halfway. Just looking out to his left, gets it for Ash Clark. Slightly heavy touch from him, and the touch from Case Gordon coming off of Clark on its way out of play, and it'll be a Derby County throw-in. Into the referee's discretion in terms of time now, as Ollie Morgan sends that one back into the Derby half. Tideman trying to close down Guy Robinson, but he gets the ball long, looking for the run of Riley Goff, but that's well played by Tommy Whitehead to get away from Goff. That's a rather heavy challenge coming in there. And the referee is going to call over Darren Robinson. I'm going to issue a yellow card for the Derby County player. William with the free kick to Gregory as the referee blows the full-time whistle then. And Bournemouth beaten by 3-0 at home here against Derby County in the final group game of this Premier League Cup. As we said earlier, Lewis, a disappointing result. What can Bournemouth, what can Alan Connell take from this tonight as positives?
The positives would be that Michael da Costa Gonzalez is back on the pitch after 6 months out, and Ollie Morgan's back. But we played nice football in passages like the Kobe Motto chance in the first half, the Ash Clark chance in the first half, the Ash Clark's lob. We had a couple of chances, but just the red card deflated the Bournemouth team.
Absolutely, when they went down to 10 men, things got particularly difficult. Let's show you then some of the goals and some of the best chances from the game this evening. As I say, it's finished by 3-0. The margin. Great run down the left-hand side by Jerome Richards that created that space for Wilden for the opener. Yeah,
it was a very good finish. Lennon could have had a hat-trick on the night, we said, but it was a lovely finish. And like I said, Mez got unlucky with the clearance, but it's a striker's goal, it's a poacher's goal. He comes running onto it and smashes it home.
As we said, Wilden provided something of a threat all through the evening, but Bournemouth certainly created their own chances as well, and certainly in that first 45 they were finding some great joy down the flanks at times.
Yeah, they did. Kobe, as we can see here, Kobe and Kieran links up and he just flashes it across the box. It's very unlucky, it just goes wide of the post.
Yeah, beautiful interplay between the two of them heading down that right-hand side. Beautiful from Kian Tiedemann getting it over his head. Kobe with the ball back, one-touch football there, and unfortunate that the end product saw it just going wide of that far post. And then Derby with the second goal, and clinical really from Wilden.
It's a clinical finish, and moments after that he hits the crossbar with a header, but it's a lovely finish from the striker.
Yeah, great play down that right-hand side by Jack Perry, playing in the striker for Derby. And 2-0, they really did have their tails up, have the lion's share of possession. Big ball over the top, and this was the chance for Ash Clark from distance to try and get it over the keeper.
It's a lovely effort, but like we said, it's a great save by the keeper. He's a big guy, and it's a great save.
And that would have been a showreel goal almost, wouldn't it, if that one had gone in from that kind of distance. Goalkeeper stranded outside of his area, and yeah, Ash Clark, right idea, but unfortunately saved from the keeper. The penalty conceded by Harold William.
Yes, it's unfortunate, but it's a fantastic penalty by the lad. It sends Carroll the wrong way. It's a powerful strike. It's a lovely finish.
Yeah, Israel Green taking a well-struck penalty. As Lewis says, sent the goalkeeper the wrong way. It's been an absolute joy having your company here for the game this evening. Lewis, wish you all the very best with your loan spell at Salisbury as well, and hope everything goes on there. And well, we'll look forward to seeing you back here in the red and black in the future.
Thank you very much. I've enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Great stuff. Enjoy your weekend. Take care. Thanks very much indeed, Lewis. So full time here, as we say, at the Wyatt Home Stadium in Wimborne. Final match in Group I of the Premier League Cup for the Cherries, and unfortunately it has finished AFC Bournemouth 0, Derby County 3.